Welcome to LAC 480 for the fall 2018 semester. I'm your instructor, Paul Caron. I'll be going over the syllabus and telling you what the expectations are for the class. I know it's a week before, more than a week before you're going to start, but I just thought you'd like to see what's up ahead. So we'll go to the syllabus, and the syllabus has been posted up on Blackboard, so you can take a look at it. And here's the basic information where you can find me. I am in the Lewiston-Auburn College, and I'm in room 208D. That's upstairs. The courses that you need, the text that you need is the Easy Writer course book, and that's available all over the place. And this is online. You don't need that. And one of the things that's important is that you should have Microsoft Word, even if you're using a Mac. But Microsoft Word is free because you're a student in this class. So click on this site, and you'll get right to this page, and it'll tell you how to do it. So don't get the online version. Don't get that, but get this one here because it has more features, and you'll be able to, even if you have another class like Excel. I have my stat students take this, and it's very useful, and it's free. So there you go. You have something free that you probably didn't expect. So the office hours are here. And you can see when you can come, you can add an appointment as well. So the overview is that this is a course that culminates your experience at USM, and it's based on a justice theme, and we'll be looking at different topics in justice, and your topic, your thesis for your paper should be in a justice theme as well. So this is going to be a course that's also going to teach you the discipline of writing in a scholarly fashion. This is quite different. If you have taken classes at LAC, like the SBS 370 class, they will that class will have taught you how to write in a scholarly fashion. Many others do. For some students, this is difficult because it's not the regular way of writing. You have to write in the third person. You have to write in declarative sentences. You have to write without using superfluous, which is a word I just used there, adjectives. So you want to make sure that you are going to learn to write in this way by practicing, and that's what we do in the first part of the class. It is a very disciplined course. If you have a habit of taking time and making time to write, you will be doing well in this class. If not, it will be a challenge. So I urge you to start thinking about setting time to write and to read for this class. It is very tough to catch up in this class. There's a lot of intercommunication amongst your peers and in your class through the discussion board and so on. So you'll get to know each other too, and you'll get to know each other's thesis. We try to emulate the regular classroom experience as much as possible. So that's basically the review. So it's a capstone, and the requirement, there'd be essential questions here, and you can read that on your own. The requirement is also that you will do a presentation of your paper through PowerPoint that will be done virtually. If you were a researcher, like a college professor, and you wrote a paper, you would send it to your peers for review, and then when you go to a conference, you present the paper. That's what you're doing in this class. You're writing a paper, getting feedback from your peers. You submit the paper to me, I'm the conference, and then you're going to have your presentation, which will be online rather than face-to-face in front of your peers. So it's going to be an online presentation. So that's why it's important to get that Microsoft Office thing right here, because it has PowerPoint as well. So you need that for this class. So going back here, late work. I have a reputation, both good and bad, for being very strict on late work. You are in your final year or so, so this should be not anything new, because you know that this is the discipline of writing and also being a college student. I do not like to take work if it's late by 1 day. It's 25 points off, then 5 points later on, and that includes discussions. We'll talk about that particular point in a minute. However, I know that things occur in life. Then don't wait until the end of the semester to say, by the way, my iguana died, and it caused me to be really down and depressed, and that's why I haven't shown up and done anything for 3 months. That'll be too late. If your iguana is dying, let me know so that we can deal with late work as well. If you let me know before, then I can make exceptions, but if it's late and I didn't hear anything, it's late. Okay, so you're big boys and girls now, so you can do that. Academic support, there's a lot of academic support available. Tutoring and the Writing Center and so on is it's a very valuable resource. There's also a Writing Center in Portland if you live in that area as well. You should get to know how to use Blackboard if you haven't used it already. I presume that since most of you are in your final year, you're there. There's a library guide for this post as well, for this course, so that's something you should take a look at. And Maureen Perry will be one of our helpers in the class as well. Make sure you read this. It's important because with the web sources and links and things, it can be very easy to fall into the trap of plagiarism. There are 3 basic course requirements. You can see that the discussion questions is worth 40%, and the presentation, the PowerPoint presentation, is worth 20, and the final paper is worth 40. So the final paper is worth as much as the discussion questions. The discussion questions is a weekly topic that you talk about. You will also be sharing your paper and talking about that. So it is important that you keep up with that and that you respond and don't get too late, and don't just avoid it. It also builds up points. So you have almost half of your points is just on showing up. Show up, write something, and then respond to a student. That's all you have to do is show up. All right, that's the discussion question there. So you can see that that's the requirement and the reason why. The presentation, as I mentioned, that's the PowerPoint presentation, and then of course the final paper, the 20-page paper, and that'll be due at the end of the semester. So this is the rubric for the presentation, and this is the rubric for the paper, so you can read that as well. Now going on to Blackboard. Blackboard looks like this. I will have an announcement right after this and send you this video and talk about the syllabus. You can see the syllabus is up there. The video will also be attached to that. The discussions will begin on a week from now on Friday, and they'll be due a week later. They're always due a week later, and they'll be on there, so you'll see the whole form and all the students. That'll be filled up. By the end of the semester, it'll be packed. And I will make videos every week to tell you what's up and what's coming up and what to do. So that will be filled in as well. There's nothing there right now. And there's a peer review form which we'll be using later on in the semester. So for now, the thing is to look at the syllabus, I say, until you can recite it by heart. And that will be part of the final exam that's worth 5,000 points. And if you don't know that I'm sarcastic, you will know pretty soon. So take a look at the syllabus, and also take a look, and hopefully you've listened to this video and start getting prepared. Put your things ready. It can be a tough course, but it's also a very rewarding course. If you haven't thought of a topic yet, start thinking now, and it has to be a justice theme. You'll get a lot of ideas as we go on. Even if you don't have a topic right now, it's okay, but you can send me emails if you have questions or ideas, and we can banter about that as well. So I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you next week.